And this week has been a huge mass consciousness impact on the collective consciousness as a whole. And when you are tapped into the mass consciousness and you are energetically sensitive, you can experience what we call empathic backlash. First, I am going to set up the space just so I have people to tell me what the hell's going on. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to call forth the Ascended Masters, your guides, you from the future as an Ascended Master, your team, the energy consciousness that surrounds you in another dimension, the consciousness of Abraham, and the councils of light to come forth now and surround us in this safe and sacred space. They're going to meet us up on the 7th plane and be of service assistance to the degree that is appropriate and model right energy. Okay. So the topic is empathy and how you deal with that during times of mass conscious trauma, actually. Okay. Mass consciousness. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start with the definition of mass consciousness. Mass consciousness is a collective consciousness of everything, every human being on the planet. Okay. It's like the masses, right? It's all the feelings, thoughts, and beliefs in this consciousness that we all tap into and feel. Okay, so it's kind of like every experience we've ever had as human beings, every thought, every feeling, every desire, every fear is kind of like, if you imagine, collected in a library, right, where you can go and tap into that. That is the mass consciousness. The problem with mass consciousness on this planet right now is that it's based in a lower vibration. So our mass consciousness library consists of all the experiences we've had as human beings where we were traumatized, victimized, in lack, in poverty, starving, surviving, all of those pieces in which we're out of alignment, disconnected, abandoned, lost, and alone. Doesn't that sound like fun? So every time, like, we grow up in this mass consciousness. This is where we learn about people and how to interact and what people think and what people feel and how we interact with the masses. So what happens is we don't realize, unless you're born into a very spiritually enlightened family, you tap into the mass consciousness and experience and feel everything that everybody else does. So you have fears, you have victim energy, you have beliefs that are embedded in this consciousness. Okay, and that you believe that you're part of this consciousness, like this is it, right? And you align yourself with the belief of the masses. Okay, are we following so far?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, ooh, that's good. Okay, so what we don't know until we wake up is there is another consciousness on this planet that is more enlightened, which is really kind of like in complete opposite of what the mass consciousness is. But that consciousness requires a couple of things. It requires you to be responsible. It requires you to be conscious and to really separate yourself consciously from the masses, to, like we've been doing, all the counteractions, to look at things. So it's kind of like separating yourself from the mass consciousness and being able to look at it like a ball of light, right? And going, oh, so this is what's happening in the mass consciousness right now, okay? But you look at it from a distance without becoming emotionally attached, experiencing the trauma that everybody else is experiencing, because haven't you experienced enough?
Mhm.
And not going into what the mass consciousness is, the angry, hatred, victim, disempowering belief system, and then taking it on and making it your own. Okay. And that's really, for the last 4 weeks, what we've been practicing is pulling yourselves out of that kind of victim mass consciousness energy and focusing your attention in a different direction, which is in that more enlightened consciousness. But now there's an energetic piece. So now you're empathically feeling all of the anger, right? And every single time, I'm going to tell you this right now, every single time you pop on Facebook, and you read those posts, you watch the protests, you read the articles, you get into that, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. You just plug yourself back in. Here you go. Here's the mass consciousness, and here's the latest article on whatever shit is happening. And you just come along and go, ooh, look, let me go. Ooh, I am plugged in. And now you start empathically feeling everything, all the anger, all the hatred, all the victimization, all the fear, all the hopeless, helpless, sad, and depressed crap that the mass consciousness is feeling. But we live on a planet where there's duality, where there's a consciousness of the masses and a consciousness of enlightenment. So because you're awake and you're aware and you know how to choose, that is really kind of the test now, right? How do you create a wonderful, prosperous alignment of life and joy in a consciousness on a planet that is full of fear? So, yeah, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to get grounded, and then we're going to pull those cords out of the mass consciousness. And I want you to do, before we do that, I want you to take a minute to just tune in and rate yourselves on a scale of 1 to 10 about just how much you think you're tapped in, what it feels like, rate it 1 being absolutely nothing and 10 being absolutely everything in your face. Okay, with a deep breath in, just close your eyes. Let's bring all of your energy. So this is the first thing you're going to do. Creator is commanded to pull all of their energy and awareness off the mass consciousness, out of every single time, space, continuum, dimension, and reality, and pull it back into their divine lines in a clean, clear, recalibrated, whole and healed state into this present breath of now and beyond. And I want you to feel that all coming back to you. And I'm going to call forth your higher selves from the future as ascended masters to help you at the level of your higher self to engage and locate everywhere the group is plugged in, hooked in, attached to the mass consciousness energy. That cloud of mass consciousness, yes. And pull all of your energy, cords, awareness, attachments out of that cloud of mass consciousness of fear, victim, disempowerment, and hatred. Oh, ouch. Okay, and we're cutting all cords of attachment to how the mass consciousness spiritually evolves and grows. It's not your responsibility to teach the mass consciousness anything. And it's not your responsibility to change it, to shift it, to make anything happen in it. It's your responsibility to maintain your own energy, to model it in your own fields so people can learn from you. Okay, return and retrieve those, please. Bringing all those responsibilities and all those attachments back to you, on you, for you. Activating greater empowerment within your divine line. And then they're saying so that you don't have to empathically feel what the mass consciousness is feeling. You only get to feel what is in alignment with you. Whew. Oh, man, you guys. Oh. They're removing all cords to everyone that you've tapped into on social media, the news, riots and protesters, and everywhere you bought and sold yourself the story that you are a victim of the presidential electoral experience. Ugh. Creator, take care of that for Seminole. Let's release the empathic sensitivity. Release all trauma and negative karma. 4-7 and all. And Creator, if you would like a healing, Creator is going to bring in a healing for you. 4-7 and all. Creator is commanded to download a healing for the group. 4-7 and all. There it goes. And they're saying this also covers any lives where you took responsibility for other groups as a means to evolve humanity. All directions of time, please. 4-7 and all. And they're saying at some point in time to go back and re-listen to week 1, all about changing and healing the victim vibration, the activation in week 1, to review that this week before Monday. Whoa. Okay. We're asking for an activation of all spiritual lessons, update and repattern all these pieces, please, 4-7 and all. Creator's commanded to them. Okay. Whoa. And we're going to invite you to release everywhere you're holding the mass consciousness energy in your heart, not from a place of compassion or understanding, but a place where you are holding it in your heart from a place of victimization, fear, and anger, and to release that 4-7 and all. Creator's commanded to release that. Woo! And heal it. Creator's commanded to download a healing for that as well. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, they get to decide. So now you get to decide, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, will, want, or desire to remove the cords of solidarity in your heart that align you with the mass consciousness, the pain, the drama, the trauma, and the suffering that they are experiencing, and move out of that energy and into one that is more enlightened and aligned. If you'd like to receive that, just say yes. Creator is commanded. Whoa, take care of that, please. Okay. I want to throw up. Woo. Okay, removing the cords. And it's being replaced with an energy of love and compassion for the souls moving and learning their lessons and how to take responsibility and empower themselves from a place of modeling right energy to them and love. Okay. Activating all spiritual lessons, updated and repatterning all those, please. Thank you. 4-7 and all. Okay. Yes. Can we do that now? No. Okay. Okay. So there's some of you who don't want to or are still holding on to that victim energy. So I'm just going to have Creator send you all relevant, appropriate, energetic information to its right and perfect place about this energy. 4-7 and all. This is going to give you the opportunity to choose your path/destiny from this point on. Wow, that's kind of poignant. Okay. Okay, so this is releasing the collective cord of victimization and disempowerment and abuse from you. Oh, and healing it. 4-7 and all. Yes. Oh, I am sweating up a storm. Okay. Okay, and Creator, I'd like to release the fear from around your heart. So if you have that going on for you, just say yes. Creator's commanded to release the fear around the heart. 4-7 and all in the pericardium. There it goes. Creator saying, be in your power. Know thyself and what you are capable of on this planet. You are here to model right energy to the earth and be responsible for your own journey and how you evolve on the planet here in this, on the earth, in this time-space continuum. Okay. And so Creator is going to now plug you into that higher enlightenment consciousness that is here on the planet. That is a collective consciousness of enlightened beings who know how to model right energy, to be responsible, not attached to the consciousness, to be able to see the bigger picture, to move into greater states of unity, trust, love, abundance, and joy without having to become or align with the mass consciousness. So Creator is commanded, if you'd like to receive that, just say yes. Creator is commanded to plug them into this consciousness. 4-7 and all. Oof. Oh, my head. I just have a little bit of a migraine I'm trying to shake. Okay. Activating all spiritual lessons, updating and repatterning all those pieces. 4-7 and all. Thank you. Okay, wrap them in a safe container of love and light that has the capacity to seal these vibrations in to the degree that is appropriate for their own spiritual growth and evolutionary states. Thank you.